and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and today on Pallegney we are going to be sorting mainly field 32. We need to sort the hay that we have out on field 88 as well. If we can get this field though sorted and planted with the wheat, that will all be good. I'm hoping it's just going to be a fairly straight turnaround. We've not got many bales to get off here, and I'm hoping to get them off in stacks of 3, which is what we're currently doing here in our Cenoboggan telehandler. But if we can get this field mulched, cultivated, and seeded with wheat today, that will put us nicely ahead. So I've got my 7810 sitting there ready with the mulcher. Once we've got that mulching, what we should be able to do is then immediately head out and bale. Oh, so close. At least we're not far from where we got to deliver these. Knocking those off the front though, that was not helpful. We take this here, and I'm gonna try and use the boom up here to get that in place. Yep, there we are. And then we should be able to get the other two. I'm intrigued to see how high up I can actually see in this cab. So let's get this here. Gonna bring up the help menu, and I think I can extend this. There we are, up in the cab. Oh yeah, that works really well. Then we can see up to the top there. And yeah, that's very, very cool. I like that a lot. I will drop these off here and back out. Perfect. And then down we go. Bring our head down like that. Oh, I like this. This is a lot of fun, this piece of kit. So much visibility. And we just need now to pick up some more bales and get them delivered in there. Not many bales on this field, so should be a fairly quick task. Just a few to run around and collect, and then we can get on with the mulcher. It seems straw bales are something we have a lot of at the moment, so yeah, I think we're going to be very nicely set up for straw bales with the cows. It's just getting the hay bales and the silage bales, and we've already got a field full of hay, so after that it's just silage. I am wondering though, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should we do silage bales, so wrap bales, or should we just do straight up silage and use a couple of our silage clamps that we got on the farm? 2 of them can't be deleted, so that's either going to be somewhere to create silage, or is going to be a great place for us to store silage bales. I find doing bales this way gets them off the field really quickly. If we do stacks of 3 like this, it works out really well, and they're fairly stable like this. Other than our first set falling off, I think, yeah, we only have 5 bales left, so we're going to grab these. You can see our windrower actually is still going on the other field, so until that finishes, we're not going to be able to get the baler going on there anyway. So I'm happy to be sort of clearing this off, but at 20 past 9, it really is going to be how fast we can move on here. If we don't need lime on here, I'm very tempted to sell the spreader. We don't really need that much. We do have pallets. We do have big bags of lime already, though. So if it does need lime, we should be all right. Let's dump that on there. Those go in. And then we just got 3 more to pick up and get stored. And we can get the mulch started. In fact, I would guess we can probably get the mulcher started right now on this field. So let's start the deer up, and I'm gonna send it down the bottom end of the field to get it mulching. And yeah, this is getting the hired workers to help us out on here is really helping things to get moving. Now, we do have some options with this field as well. Let's get this there like that and get that off. And that is the area down the bottom here. This can all be cleared out, and I think we might want to put another shed in there to store some bits and pieces. I'm going to go and grab, looking at that, that is doing the headlands first. So if we go and grab this bale and get this out of the way, that won't cause us any issues. We can then run up here, yeah, and just get the last two of these off. And then if this is mulched and cultivated, do we need it to also get... Oh, I was hoping to line those up without too much hassle and not have a rolling bale, because rolling bales are just a pain. That will stop in a moment. In fact, if I bring this here and we place this down here like so, and it'll roll into it like that. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Lined up perfectly, ready for this final bale to go on top. So we'll get the last bale here on top of this. Like so. Lovely stack of 3 that we can just come in and pick up. And yeah, all done. Right, get these in. That's this field clear. We then just have 2 fields to bale, so we're probably going to end up doing a load of baling today ourselves. This though is just absolutely fantastic. So bring this over to here and extend our cab. Up we go with the bales. Out a little bit. That will go in there. Yeah, first one is in. And then the last 2 drop in as well. Down with the cab. Bring the boom down at the same time. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. But I think we might actually be done with this. And I want to put this this telehandler actually in this shed here. It's slightly more maneuverable and will fit in here a little bit better. And then I can put both the tractors in the next one over, and we can store the rest of this stuff elsewhere. I think we've got space over there and various areas. So let's go back over here and check this field out. I want to see, beyond the mulching, what needs to be done to this oat field. And looking at the soil composition, we're dealing with the weeds already, so don't need to worry about that. Fertilization, yeah, we don't have any. Doesn't need plowing, although 31 and 103 do. And there was a suggestion I should make these 2 one field, and I think that's a really good suggestion. 31 and 103, I think would do very well from being one field. And then maybe the top end here, making that a vineyard later or something like that. I'll need to sort of decide that a little bit later on. But I think if we make that one field, if we make this one field, and then if we do a field that sort of comes across there in 88 and make the top half or the bottom half of 88 arable, and then this area here just a grass area I can cut, that will work quite well for us for now. And then when we come to place the vineyard later, I'll see where the best place for us to place that will be. There's areas, I mean, like 124 over here, which would buy us all these roads and allow us to reconfigure things a bit. That is 78,000. That might be a really good place. Yeah, there's options. Right, do we need lime? Yes, all of our fields need lime. So after this mulching is done, I think that is going to be the second job with the 7810, is to get the lime spreader out on here and get that job finished. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the highest spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. So there's never been a better time to go check them out. First, we need to get this job finished though. So I'm going to stop the hide worker there. I am going to switch it on to steering assist. Go okay. We will go there, start that up, put this down, and we can finish this off ourselves. That way we save a little bit of money from the hired worker, and we're able to turn around a little bit quicker. Plus, I've noticed a few areas that the hired worker failed to do because of some problems last time we had. So yeah, we'll get this finished off with ourselves, and that will just make things run that little bit smoother, I think. I'm actually quite thankful that my field of oats doesn't need ploughing. That would have thrown a big spanner in the works. As it is, the two fields that need ploughing are the two fields that I kind of was expecting would need ploughing, and also that because they need ploughing, I'm going to be able to plough together, which is great news. I think we've got a tree in the middle of the field that I might just leave in there for the hell of it. I think it might be quite a nice bit to leave in there. Depends on how close it is to the edge. Also, there's a roadway at the edge that we might plough in as well. If we're merging those two fields, we don't need access to the further field via that roadway, and so that makes more sense to me. First though, we've just got a little bit to finish off here. I think we've got a little bit of headland to do, which got fouled up last time. So yeah, we're almost there with this now, and we'll be able to get this field baled up next. So I'm going to correct the headland down here that seems to have not got done from sort of this point onwards. It's missed a whole load out, and while that'll also clean up this headland a little bit, will just mean that round here we are nice and collected and able to get all of this field baled. Doing this field, at least one cut of silage and one cut of hay off here, is gonna put us in a position where we have a good base of feed for the cows, and then we'll be able to survive with the much smaller grass field later on. I think that's going to work so much better for us. So let's get this back to the yard. We'll go and get the baler. Oh, and it looks like the 7810 is doing really well. Yeah, that is well over halfway through this field. Considering that the field also needs to be limed, cultivated, sown and rolled, there's still quite a bit of work to be done. The shed we've got our flatbed in here at the moment. This is also a hay storage or a bale storage shed. So at the moment, I'm going to put everything into the hay loft we've got. The hay and pallet, or the bale and pallet storage we've got near the house. But should we find ourselves in need of overflow space, then that certainly is there. For the silage bales, as I was saying a minute ago, I think we need to get... well, we're gonna store silage bales whichever way we go. If we go silage bales, they'll be stored in these clamps. If we go silage, that will also be stored in these clamps. And this clamp here and most of the stuff there, I think we might sell and put some, at least just have an area for machinery storage there. If not that, then have an area, or then we can have a shed there to put stuff in as well. So Yeah, I think that is going to be important. I'm just looking at the edge here. Oh, where are you going to go? You are going to go around there like that. Yeah. So it's all round. It's going to be an interesting setup. Down with that, and away we go. Right, round the headlands. Let's go and get all of this baled and see how many bales we end up with. At the moment, we've got 11 bales. Let's reset the bale counter. Right, and we'll turn automatic drop on. That should give us our first bale, which it does. And we are away. Coming up to the end of the first of the 2 headland rows, and it looks like our mulcher there is finished. So I'll get to the end of this row here. We'll go and switch out the mulcher for the lime spreader. And I'm just going to go and lime spread field 32 because that's something it's something I can set up and get it to do. So we'll do that. So let's start the engine on this. And fold it up. Yeah, looking good. I'm very pleased this field has mulched nicely. And we'll turn around and get this up here. I am gonna put a roadway in down the side of this field here. We can see where it will fit very nicely and be very useful to us. Let's head up here. See, this is the problem I've got at the moment, is we don't have a huge amount of space to stick bits of equipment. So I think we might have to get rid of that that silage clamp. I don't think that's a big problem, and I think that will actually bring us in money. I think that might actually help us overall. We've got that manure fork there to sell as well, actually. That is not much use to us. So let's turn this round here and we'll go and get the forks on the telehandler and get this filled up. Forks are a little bit stronger than the bale spikes. I could use the bale spikes on this, but I think the forks are a better choice for us. So those are just sitting under here, waiting to pick up those pallets there. I think they are just stacked there. I don't think they're actually in the storage. And then widen our forks out here. Should be able to just pick up 2 bags of the lime. All 4 bags of lime here can go in. We only have 2 fields that need doing. Bring it round. Oh, forwards. And up. Yeah, and in goes the lime. I've always loved how the bags shrink as you're filling them, or as you're putting them into the other piece of equipment. So round and into this. I wonder how it looks actually in cab when you're doing this. When you're loading like this with the raised cab as well. The extra visibility should really help. Oh, how did I miss that? Try that again. Right, that should have got it this time. Yeah, send them both back on the forks. Back it out of the shed. Like so. Right, and then we'll raise the cab up. We'll extend those. Oh yeah, that gives us really good visibility of emptying these. Bags emptied. Let's bring this back. Drop that back down. Right, yeah, that sticks out a bit further than those sheds. So actually, that's pretty good. We are going to have to lime all of these fields. So I'm going to make sure I hold on to the spreader until then. But I think after this, we shouldn't need the spreader, or we should only need the spreader when we need to lease it every 3 or so years. So I think we're going to be good to get rid of that as well after this job's done. So let's get this out to the field. We are 88% full with this. Can't believe it's already 20 past 1. I know we're running at 10 times speed here, And that, of course, is putting us under a time pressure, which is a good thing. I actually quite like being under that time pressure. Trying to do too much in a day like this is not great. With that going, though, I can get back to baling this field and we'll be good there. But yeah, running it 10 times, we still have so much to do today. And unfortunately, we don't have a direct seeder. So we're going to have to cultivate and seed. It would be useful if I could run this tractor behind the cultivator doing that. But I really want to get this all baled up and going as well. This tractor can go behind and roll the crop in. But that's only if we can actually get that field cultivated and seeded. So we will have to see where we are. Coming up to the second headland end, and we have 16 bales created off here already. I might need a bale stacker in order to collect everything up off this field. That is quite an impressive number of bales, and that's just off the headland. That is definitely going to keep us going for a while on here. So I'm going to start doing alternate rows from this corner here. And I think we're going to end up with a huge amount of bales on here. We may not have all the storage space for it, but that's fine. Because as I said before, we do have a second shed that has storage space. And I think we might need to, at the very least, lease a bale stacker in order to collect all of this up in a reasonable amount of time. I don't think today is our last chance to get the wheat planted. I think we're actually okay going into October with that. So I'm going to adjust my aim a little bit, and that is to get this field planted today. Or sorry, this field baled today. If we can get that done, then that will be good. If we can get the other field ready for planting, which it seems that we can because the liming is done, and we are, yeah, we're 3:15 in the afternoon, so we'll get to the end of this row here, and with this finished, we'll start this up and get this out of the way. Oh, look at that nice lime color on the wheels. Nice and subtle, actually. Really, really quite like the way that the realistic dirt color works in FS25. It's not quite as harsh as it was in the previous game. We've only got 23% lime left, so that's not going to be enough to do our other two fields. So yeah, I'm going to park this back up in the shed. And we will go and get the cultivator on this tractor and get the field cultivated, ready for planting. But I don't think the planting will happen today. Let's just have a quick check on this. But I think we're all right. Looking at our crop calendar, the wheat can be planted in October. It's a little bit late, but yeah, the winter wheat can be planted in October. So that's absolutely fine. It would be canola. If we were doing that today, we'd have a problem. But as I said, I think we might try and do sunflowers on here instead. And those aren't due till March, April. Same goes for... Well, actually, no, I was going to go sorghum, wasn't it? So that's April, May. So that's fine. And the oats, which is the other crop we're going to do, that's March, April. So we're nicely staggered with those on here. Let's grab the cultivator then. And we can work things quite nicely, I think, for us. We might even get one more cut of grass out. If we were to... Because it's April, May. Yeah, we can get one more cut of grass out. I think on our grass field before we absolutely need to get that field done. I will have to go carefully though, because that's going to be fairly close. But if we plant the sorghum in May, we can do a cut early and then get it done. Right, let's get a hard worker running this again then. And in the meantime, we can finish off on the baling. And I'm just going to clear this little bit out down here before I head up down the other end of the field. How many bales do we have at this point? As we're nearly done halfway across here, we're up to 25 hay bales. That is a fantastic amount of hay that we're getting off this field. I think the decision to sell off the class with the front loader and replace it with the 7810 and a telehandler has really paid off today. We've been able to get both tractors working at the same time as clearing bales off and also loading up the lime. It has just worked out so well, and I think when we get into the swing of things with the cows and everything gets working, I think we're gonna find that it's gonna help us along there as well. I think a third tractor would be really useful, and actually in the shop today there is a Vultra T-Series that's available. There's also a good wheel baler, which I wonder how that compares to our current one. But yeah, there's a T-Series Vultra. It's 89,000 though. That would have been a lovely tractor if we'd had the cash, but we don't, unfortunately. So we're not going to be able to pick that up. But at some point, I think a third tractor, maybe just over the 200,000, the 200 horsepower mark, would be really useful on here. So we will keep our eye out for that. There is a tractor actually that fits that bill, and that is well, this one at 190 for the 4755 at 74,000, that would fit the bill rather nicely. But also down here, the 8000 series at, we can get that for around 200 horsepower, I think, as well. Yeah, there we go. That would also do, but that's 142,000 to get that. So that, again, would have to be on offer in order for us to pick that up. But that would be a really nice addition to our fleet of Deers. And my original plan was not to have a fleet of John Deeres on here, it was to have a fleet of Class. But at the moment, John Deere stuff seems to be doing really well for us. So it might be that we keep going down the green and yellow tractor route for this farm. We're on a final row on here. I don't know how many bales we're gonna get out. We are at 100%. Oh, and yeah, turn that off, I think. Okay, we will pick this up actually, and we will unload an incomplete bale. So it's only going to be 997, but we'll turn this off, unload an incomplete bale. I think we should be able to do that. Unload unfinished bale, there we go. Right, and that is done. So close that up, and we'll take this back up to the farm. It is 5:05. We have done 36 bales off here. That is a fantastic number. I think, though, for speed, maybe we might need to... Well, we might need to get a bale stacker, although we've got a full month before our grass is going to need to be cut again. So I think we're all right there. I think we might be able to get away with giving it time to pick that up. We can get out there with the Senebogan telehandler and get that done without too much hassle. Right, we need to park this. We also need to sort that road out, because obviously my tractor or my baler is now covered in lime from having been down there. I need to check that this tractor will run the seeder. I don't see why it wouldn't, but let's check anyway. So John Deere 3650, 116 horsepower. And then we have the Horse, 50 horsepower and 115. Ooh, actually, we might have to put this on the other tractor to do that. And I don't think we have a roller at the moment. Okay. So, yeah, we've got quite a bit of work to go to get things sorted. I'm going to park this tractor then in the middle here because, yeah, it will not run our seeder. We're going to have to run that on the other tractor. We've got a whole load of bales to start collecting up with that. And on here, I think we're in a really strong place. So I think going into the evening, what we'll do is we will leave the 7810 finishing off this. That can go into the evening on that job. And we will pick this up tomorrow with some planting. We'll get the wheat planted in, we'll get it rolled, and we'll start collecting those bales up. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.